Welcome to Vintage Variety. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my latest jewelry and fashion haul. I have lots of really great pieces. I'll be showing the jewelry first and then I'll show you the clothing I managed to find. As usual, I'm going to start with the jewelry first. I feel like I got a pretty decent haul of jewelry today. A lot of times at my local thrift stores, it's hit or miss. At least it has been lately. But I did find some great pieces for repurposing. I also found a few vintage pieces, some fashion pieces that I really liked, and even some sterling. One of the first items that I picked up today was this necklace, and I think this is probably from sometime in the 1990s. It has that look to it. Really liked the green color of this. It has all of these green beads, and then it has these, they look kind of like faux stone. All of these are made out of the same material. I didn't test these. I don't think that they're going to be Bakelite or anything like that. I also found this bracelet, and it's a stretch. It's a different tone of green, but I felt like it fit in with the same era and that it would go okay with this necklace. So a lot of times when I'm thrifting and I can match things up, that's something that I like to do. So I thought these two pieces were just really fun pieces and decided that I would go ahead and pick these up today. I mentioned earlier that I did pick up a few items for crafting or repurposing, and this is one of them. This is just a much more modern stretch bracelet, but I love the elephants on it. Has lots of neat little spacer beads. So when I saw this, I thought, you know what, this would be really good to do crafting with or to repurpose into something else, like maybe a necklace or another charm bracelet. You can see here there's not a lot of stretch left into it. It looks as though this was broken at one time and someone tied it back together. But I thought, you know, why not? I already have a lot of crafting projects, and I will hopefully get the time to sit down and do some jewelry repurposing to show you guys. But either way, I thought this was kind of a neat piece just because of the elephant beads on it. Another bracelet that I decided to get today was this one, and look at all these beautiful glass beads on this. It has what I believe are Murano glass. What I didn't notice was this. This is strung on wire, and it looks as though one of the wires is broken. So I may have to end up restringing this one after all. But see the glass fish bead? I believe that is Murano glass. I'm not sure. If I'm wrong, you guys can correct me in the comments. But lots of pretty art glass pieces on this bracelet. Really liked it. I also like the red beads. Then we have this one that's shaped like a heart and this confetti looking bead. So this bracelet was worth what I thrifted it for, if for nothing else than the beautiful beads that are on it. This is an ankle bracelet, and for the life of me, I don't know why I picked this one up. I just thought it was kind of neat. Looks very beachy. This is something I could see someone wearing, well, on vacation or going to the beach. And I just like the looks of it. I guess if you had a really large wrist, you could wear it on your wrist, but it is an ankle bracelet. And I thought, you know, it wasn't but about $1, so I went ahead and picked it up. I also picked up this memory wire bracelet. And a lot of people scoff at these. You know, I run across them all the time. But I think that these are great bracelets for layering with other pieces. They're easy to slip on and off. And this one's pretty well made. It has lots of tiny glass beads on it. Just really liked it and thought, you know what, why not pick it up? These earrings were a really good find. If I can find the other one to show you guys. When I ran across these, they were very tarnished. I did clean them once I got home, and then I put all these items together so they could get tangled up because that's just the way I am, I guess. But anyhow, these are really nice, and I had a funny suspicion that they might be sterling, and it turns out that they were. They are marked on the posts, 925. But a lot of times you'll run across earrings like this and the post will be marked 925, but if you test the earring, it's not. That's because some earrings just have a sterling post. But I tested both the earring and the post, and hopefully you guys can see this. I'm going to try to zoom in a little so you can see the 925 marking on the post. I thought these were a really good find. My guess is that the thrift store just overlooked them because, as we all know, the thrift stores usually test this stuff and they look at it to see if it's marked anywhere. This necklace is just a simple fashion piece, but it's a very well made piece. The front pendant is enameled. All the beads that you see on this, these are glass beads. It's kind of a mixture. There's some faux glass pearls, some smaller black glass beads, and some of them are faceted. This one has a really nice toggle closure, and when I spotted this, I didn't stop to check it. I just saw the toggle and some markings on it, and I thought, that may be signed. Well, it turns out that's just the design on the toggle. As we all know, my eyesight isn't what it once was, but either way, I thought this would be a great piece for layering. Really liked the look of it and the design, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up today. And later in the content, I'm going to show you how this looks layered with some other pieces. These earrings, these aren't something I would usually pick up, and sometimes I like to try to go a little bit out of my comfort zone. And by saying these aren't something I would usually pick up, mainly because these are made out of leather. They are genuine leather, and I usually avoid things with nylon cords that have fabric on them or cloth tassels, things like that. But I thought these were really neat. They are leather, and I liked the look of them. These look really edgy to me. These could be worn with a pair of jeans and a black t-shirt, and it would just look great. So I went ahead and got those. And let's see what else I have. Oh, this. I thought this was really pretty. This doesn't have the chain with it, but this is a gorgeous butterfly pendant. Don't see any markings on it. It's very well made. It's heavy. And look at all the enameling on it, done in shades of purple and lavender. It also has tiny rhinestones set into it around the edges of it. So I thought, you know what, this would look really nice put on a sterling chain or just a silver tone chain, or maybe even worn on a torque. I thought this one was a really good find. This next item I'm going to show you, if I can get it untangled, is a single earring. And you're probably wondering, well, what did you pick that up for? Well, it is $9.25. This one is sterling. It was very tarnished when I got it. Like the other pair, I did clean this up once I got it home. I did test both the earring itself and the hoop, and both of them are sterling. I noticed this hanging on a card at the thrift store, and it was hanging by itself. So you can imagine I looked everywhere hoping I would find the earring that went with it. Right there is the marking, the 925. And this, I just thought this was really beautiful. So I went up to the counter and I asked the lady if she knew where the other one could possibly be. And she did help me look around a little bit. We couldn't find it. She said, oh, it probably got knocked off the card and got lost. And I said, well, I really wanted to buy this. And she says, well, you know, if you really want it and you just want to buy the single earring, you can have it for 50 cents. So I was super excited about that. I went ahead and got it because my thoughts on this is to turn it into a pendant. So all I have to do is take the ear wire off of it and hang it on a chain. So I thought that was a great deal for 50 cents. This is a bracelet that I picked up. First of all, I thought it was really neat. You'll notice it has the ribbon on the front of it, and that is where this bracelet hooks. Now, these ribbons, most of us know, are in different colors usually, and they represent different types of cancer. We've all seen the pink one that represents breast cancer. I have a friend that survived breast cancer, so a lot of times when I run across these pieces, I give them to her, especially the pink ones. But this I picked up. I'm going to give this to a family member. I think that we all know or love someone that has suffered with cancer or passed away from it. So that's why I always say, you know, always try to be nice to others because you never know what someone else is going through behind the scenes. So this next item I thought was really neat. This is a Lucky Brand bracelet. This one has a toggle closure, and it's more of a charm bracelet. It has lots of really neat and interesting charms on it. I really like this one. That's the peace sign. And it has rhinestones on one side and then just beading on the other side. So I thought that was pretty neat. I looked at this in the store and I just thought all the charms on it were really cool. This one looks like a bee. I thought this one was really neat. And we also have the 4-leaf clover, which is a symbol for Lucky Brand. A key. Lots of really interesting charms on this. This is definitely one that I would wear. I think this one is a 7-inch bracelet, and I can wear a 7-inch, but I'm probably not going to keep this one. Either way, this one was signed, and I thought it was a really good find. I really like Lucky Brand jewelry. This next item is just another fashion piece, and this one I picked up because I really liked the design of it. It has the pendant on it. These are 3 different sized circles. They are black enameled. So I really liked it, thought this was neat. The chain on it is actually beaded. It's made up of seed beads, and they are glass seed beads. The only thing I don't like about this necklace is it does have one strand that's a nylon cord, but I looked at this at the thrift store, and this is an easy fix. All I have to do is take that off, and no one would even notice that it hadn't been there. So I may very well do that with this necklace. It is adjustable. I just like the way this one looked. Thought it was a pretty neat necklace. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. This one I picked up because I thought the chain on this was stunning and it's unique. And I started looking at this and I thought, well, this is awfully small to just loop over your head unless you have a really little head. So how in the world does this thing clasp? And then I just started pulling at the pendant on the front of it. And lo and behold, this thing's magnetic. How cool is that? Not sure. I don't see a marking on this anywhere. Not sure what brand it is. I can tell you it's heavy and it's very well made. So I thought this was a really good fashion piece to have picked up. Just love the chain on this. I love the overall design of it. This was another really good find today, and I tested it when I got home. The actual bell on this is sterling. The heart is quite heavy, and I think this is lapis. You guys let me know in the comments. You know I'm not that great at identifying stones. Usually I do have a book on stones. Usually I can get it out and look through it and figure out what the stone is. But it's not marked 925. This one was in the case, so I paid a little more for it, but I thought it was really worth it. See what else we have here. So this is a hot mess. This is another tangled up piece, and the noise in the background, guys, it's storming here really bad. So that's the background noise that you hear. Lots of thunder. So I've tangled these 2 pieces up, and I'm not going to bother to untangle them. This first piece is just an inexpensive fashion piece, and I really liked the beads on it. I liked the look of the chain. I don't like this one big round piece that you see on here, but I could easily remove that piece. So I thought this was kind of neat. That's the piece. I'm just not crazy about that. And you can tell it's missing something. So this one I liked also. And this is a really nice pendant. Looks like mother of pearl in the center. Just an inexpensive fashion piece. The crazy thing about this necklace is I did loop it over my head when I was in the store before it got all tangled up. And the chain on this is incredibly long. This pendant fell almost to my navel. And I just feel like that's crazy. I don't know if that was the original chain or not, but that's way too long of a chain to have this pendant on, because I think this pendant needs to be on a shorter chain so that people can see it. It's a really standout piece. So my thoughts are to take this pendant, to remove the chain, and to redo this chain and put the pendant on it. So that will be another craft project for me. You guys let me know what you think, if that's a great idea or not, in the comments. These earrings are more along the lines of modern fashion costume, but I really liked them. Show you guys how they're made. Aren't those neat? So these are definitely a pair of earrings that I would be willing to wear. They have these pieces on them. It looks like mother of pearl that dangle from it. And overall, I just like the design of them. And I thought, you know, they weren't very expensive, so I went ahead and picked those up also. This bracelet is also a more modern piece of costume jewelry, but I really liked it. When I first spotted it, I thought, could that be vintage? And then I got to looking closer at it, and the clasp on this is magnetic, which is kind of neat because it's really easy to put on. But I thought this was beautiful. All of these beads are glass. It has glass seed beads and these beautiful faceted glass beads. So I thought this was a really neat piece and decided to pick it up also. You guys let me know what you think. I like mixing vintage and modern together. So this is another one of those necklaces that looks very 1990s, and it was hanging up right beside the green one. These two actually go together pretty well. I could probably layer them for a really unique look. So I decided to go ahead and pick it up also. I thought it was pretty neat, and it kind of matches the faux stone in the green necklace. Here is a look at these two necklaces layered together, and I really like this look. I also think it would look good if I added in maybe a gold chain that was a shorter length than the other two necklaces, and the bracelet just blends right in with them. I think all three of these necklaces layered together looks fabulous. It really makes a neat statement piece, and not everyone likes layering their jewelry. Some people like delicate pieces, some people like bold pieces, but I think the greatest way to get the most out of your jewelry is to try layering different pieces together. These earrings are clip-ons and they are vintage, and I was really excited about finding them. They're door knocker earrings with lion heads on them. But when I flipped them over and started looking at them, because I thought, these are probably signed. They aren't signed, but they're in really good condition for the most part. But one of them is missing the clip on the back. I think I can repair this. I have a lot of single earrings that are clip-ons, and I could probably take the clip off the back of one of them. And when I got up to the counter, I did show the lady at the counter, and I said, could you knock a little bit off of these because it's missing the clip and this would have to be repaired? And she did, and it doesn't bother me to ask them to knock a little off. Now, Goodwill, some of your bigger thrift stores like Goodwill, American Thrift, they won't do that. But your smaller thrift stores, a lot of times they will say yes if you ask them to knock a little bit off. And even if they say no, it never hurts to ask. So I'm going to add these to my items that I need to repair, and once they're repaired, I think they'll be as good as new. So certainly not a bad jewelry haul today. I feel like I found a lot of great items. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. And now for the last part of today's content, I'm going to show you the clothing items that I managed to find today. Let's have a look at the clothing items I found today. So I'm going to get everything laid out, and I'll show you the items that I thrifted individually. I'm going to start off a little bit differently today. I'm going to show you the shoes first. I usually show those last. This first pair of shoes, they really caught my eye. I thought these were really pretty. They're by Nine West. Unfortunately, after I got them home, I did notice some wear here and there on them. Nothing too bad. I mean, they are used, but I don't like the way this one strap looks. And that's the only strap that looks that way. The other strap is in really good condition. But overall, these shoes are still in excellent wearable condition. The heels are in really good shape. There's not too much wear on the bottom of these. They still have a lot of life left into them. So I think I will probably go ahead and list these shoes and just take lots of photographs to point out any flaws that they have. I also picked up these, and these shoes are new. These are Ralph Lauren ballet flats. They're black leather on the inside. They have this really pretty chain detail at the back of them. I'm pretty sure that these are a size 8.5. They are. So not a bad find. I don't usually run across shoes that are new. I also picked up this pair of Easy Spirit slip-on shoes. These are a size 7, and they're in really excellent condition. They're a soft suede leather on the outside, and they have this faux wool trim. The bottoms look as though they were hardly ever worn. They do have a couple of spots on the inside here, and that's not dirt. That's piling, perhaps from someone wearing them with a pair of socks. Otherwise, they're in really excellent condition, and I think these shoes would be super comfortable. I also managed to find a couple of pieces of Chico's clothing. This is one of them. This is a really lightweight jacket. This would look really cute worn with jeans or even dressed up. This one is a Chico size 2, and hopefully the camera is picking it up. It's kind of like a beige color. It has this beautiful gold accents and kind of like a green colored snakeskin print. So I thought this one was a very good find. Another Chico's blouse that I picked up was this one. This one is rather oversized. It's a size 2, but I think this is going to fit more like a size 3, or maybe it was just made to fit really slouchy or loose. This one is a white t-shirt with stripes. Overall, it's in pretty good condition. I don't see any stains standing out, so I thought this one was also a good find. This is a vintage Pierre Cardin sweater. It's sleeveless with a V-neck and it's ribbed. This one is a size extra large. And I picked this up because I know a lot of people love vintage designer clothing. And sometimes you'll find these pieces and they're kind of outdated. But this one's not. This one's in really good condition. There's no fading. And it would still be something relevant to wear today. I also found a couple of Lane Bryant tops today. This one is very soft. It's a sleeveless, stretchy shirt. Love the material of this one. It's an 18 to size 20, and it has this beautiful embroidered and sequin detail around the neck of it. Another Lane Bryant top. This one is also a size 18 to 20. This one has more of a flutter sleeve on it. It's done in this really pretty orange lightweight material with lots of gold sequins. So this would be a really pretty top to wear when you're going out or for dressing up. I also picked up a few dresses today that I thought were really artsy, and I'm not sure if they'll sell, but I'm going to give it a shot. This first one is done out of a stretchy spandex blend. It has these pockets on the front of it, which I thought was a really neat detail. Love the colorful pattern of this dress. The name of this one is Reborn, and it is a size large. This second dress really took me back to the 60s and 70s. That's the era that it makes me think of. It's orange with this beautiful paisley print, and then it has these flare-out bell sleeves. I thought this was a really cool looking dress, especially for anyone that likes that vintage look. Although I don't think that this dress is all of that vintage. This one is a size medium. It's also made of that stretchy spandex type material, and the brand of this dress is MSK. This next dress was a really good find. This is by designer Eva Varro. It's a size large. It's done out of the same kind of spandex type material as the other two dresses. This one also has a bold print on a cobalt background, and then it has a contrasting trim that is black around the neck, the sleeves, and the bottom of the dress. I thought this was a really good find. I did some comps on it, and I feel like I can list this one for a fairly decent price. So not bad. Found a lot of really interesting dresses today. I feel like I found a lot of really good items today when I was out thrifting. You guys let me know in the comments which items were your favorites. And if you enjoyed this content, please remember to give me a thumbs up. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to share these items with me. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel and ring the bell for notifications so that you'll be notified anytime I upload new content. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.